Welcome guys, you join me here, Snowman86, and we are back on Formula 1 Manager for the 2023 season. So we're just doing a quick introduction to the new season. We have a couple of announcements to make from last year, the biggest one being our driver lineup. Things did change, that's all I will say for now. So we're just going to jump in here, sponsor obligation. So merchandising, can we edit this? We can. Units. So it was currently set for this, and it was spending 12.4, and we would have made 6.2 throughout the season. Seems to be kind of 50-50 split, so if we spend 14 now we'll make 7. So I think maybe we'll do that one. Race sim, number of events. So we might cut this back to 15. Confirm changes there. Race hospitality is set to 15. That's okay. Memorabilia room. That's set to 15. So our driver appearances is the big one, and this is going to be the big giveaway, guys. So Theo will not be doing any driver appearances. Our second driver is Pierre Gasly, guys. So Alex's contract ran out. No matter what we were doing, we couldn't agree to him. It got to the end of the season, and we had a couple of options. Fernando Alonso was another option, but I think he would have cost us a small fortune. But we were able to sign Pierre for roughly the same money I was prepared to offer Alex in his final one, which probably would have secured him. And Pierre is a slightly faster driver as well. So hopefully that will see us take a little step in performance for next year. So Pierre Gasly has left the Red Bull team, guys, and has officially joined Williams. So we're not going to give Theo any sponsoring requirements. So this should really help him focus on his development as a driver. So we'll confirm that. Race day factory event, car part manufacturing is on the day of the race. So we won't do any of those last few. I think we will ignore that, and that's probably enough. So our income per race will be 3.7, and it will cost us 12 million here at the start of the season. So that's going to be a fair chunk out of the balance, guys, which was sitting at 40. So our board review quickly again. It's probably taking longer than I even thought to do this bit, but so we've 2 seasons on our long-term target. Our balance for the season coming in so far, sponsorship funding is plus 12 million, board payments of 6, so we've added 18 million to the thing. Outgoing is our entry fee into Formula 1. Technical, so you'll see the research we did and the changes that are coming. So we've buffed our chassis by a little bit, guys, so we'll take that. Front wing, we've managed to do a nice kick on the mid and low speed in the front wing. Our high speed didn't really see that much of an advantage. Airflow sensitivity saw a nice buff. Our rear wing, again, mid to low speed we saw a nice kick. Our high speed, so it's high speed off the straight back, guys, we're going to need to work on, I'd say. Side pods, again, we saw a good boost there. Underfloor, again, nice little kick across everything except for the high speed. So high speed is going to be our weakness, I think, across this start of the season. So that is looking like that is going to be the way, guys. Financial, as I say, we finished 7th, so this year we should get 50 million into the bank from the prize fund. And sporting rules, nothing really changed apart from the allocation here. Our wind test limit is going to be 80 hours. CFD limit is going to be 6, and points, nothing has changed there, guys. So we'll quickly change it here now to the powertrain. So this is where we are currently lying, guys. We're currently with Mercedes, who have the 3rd best engine on the grid. It is costing us 20 million for that engine, and the power is, would you believe it, Renault actually have more power than this Mercedes power engine. So I think we will be moving away from Mercedes, guys. I think that's going to happen. The decision is, where do we go? Thermal resistance, the Ferrari engine is the weakest. Doesn't like the hotness, so we could be under trouble there with power units if we went to Ferrari. Power loss is 80%, one of the better ones. Wear resistance 91, again kind of middle of the field. The Renault is actually the best at not wearing. ERS, they're all kind of, the durability is 50%, gearbox durability is 50%, fuel efficiency is 55, thermal resistance is 40. That Ferrari engine is looking very good, guys. What is also interesting is that Red Bull powertrains, that engine is looking mighty good as well, guys. In terms of outright power, we would see a 10% increase by jumping to the Red Bull powertrains. We'll see a 5% increase by jumping to the Ferraris. Ferrari's going to cost us 20 million, brand name, always going to happen. The Red Bull powertrains is interesting. But the only thing that's holding me back is the ERS durability at 35%. Is a little bit low. It's better against heat. Has better power loss, so we could get more out of the engine. Wow, I'm torn between going Ferrari or going Red Bull powertrains. Should I go Ferrari? What's the fuel efficiency? 55. So the Ferrari is a more efficient engine on fuel, which means we could run our cars probably harder for longer, or fill them less with fuel actually would probably be the way to do that. So we'd be lighter there. So it's a big hit to our budget though. Or do we do Red Bull powertrains? I think I don't know. We'll go Ferrari. We're going to go Ferrari, guys. I'm so indecisive. We're going to go Ferrari. It's going to be Williams powered by Ferrari for the season coming. Power difference, it's we're going to stick with it. We're going Ferrari. We're locking it in. It's going to be 20 million payment. It's coming at the start of the season, so that's going to get done. And there we go, guys. So we have a lot to do now before we get to that first race. It's a good bit away actually, 82 days. So we'll be back for qualifying at the Bahrain Grand Prix. I'll see you shortly.
Welcome to the archipelago of Formula One. Bahrain might have a small land footprint, but it's showing its big spirit right now in the grandstands. Either way, it's time for another fantastic weekend of Grand Prix racing. The Bahrain International Circuit is a challenging track, and the cars routinely have to brake from high gear to low to take the narrow turns. With the need for downhill braking, the risk of locking up is one drivers will need to manage. It's all about focus and balance to get victory here. We might still be early in the season, but that doesn't mean we can sit back and relax. Everything is up for grabs, and nothing is certain at this stage. Stay right here, because we're just getting started.
So here we are, guys, 85 days later. We are at the stage where we are ready to go qualifying for the Bahrain Grand Prix. So it's been an interesting pre-season. We've managed to do a few updates to our car and stuff. We're not the quickest, but we don't appear to be the slowest. And judging off practice, I don't want to speak too soon just in case I get ahead of myself, but there might be a chance we sneak Pierre into Q3. I know it sounds very optimistic, but judging on the results, which if we go to practice 3, Pierre did one fast lap and we hadn't turned down for the rest of it, and he was only 6/10 off the pace, guys. We'll ignore Theo because he was running the hardest for the complete session, so he was a good 2 seconds off the pace. In this session we never turned up the pace, but again you can see how close it is here between the top 2 there. Ferrari were nowhere in this session. If we go to Q1, you'll see that actually the top 6, so you have the 2 Ferraris, 2 Mercedes, 2 Red Bulls, are covered by 4/10 of a second, not even 3.5 tenths of a second. And we have a couple of outliers. There is our friend Alex Albon with a strong practice one. Only 4 tenths off the pace, so that AlphaTauri is quick, guys. But I think we've managed to do some wonderful work. You can see Pierre here was P11, so there could be a good chance, guys, that with Pierre we could, maybe not this season, I think this season we should achieve our long-term goal, but maybe next season we could really challenge for a good showing in the constructors, maybe top 3, top 4 maybe, and that would be a real bonus. We'll see where Alex was here. So where is the, why can't I see it? Here's one of them. Oh, he was 4th. Oh my god, lads, Alex could be on for a cracker of a season. In this one, Alex was P12. So we won't really know until we get to qualifying, guys, and yeah, we won't delay any longer, and we'll be back here with Q1.
Hello and thank you for joining us as our race weekend unfolds. Free practice is nearly done, and that means that qualifying awaits. Yesterday's action gave us a fantastic taste of what is to come, and the anticipation within the paddock continues to grow. Qualifying promises to be as unrelenting as ever. Only the best, the most consistent drivers can progress from one period to the next and stand a chance of earning a place at the front of the grid. What does today have in store? Only time will tell.
So we are here, guys, with a 4 minutes on the clock, just under it. Mick Schumacher is just recovering to the pit lane, and we are getting ready, guys, for our one and only quali run. So we're going to send Theo out first. It's kind of standard, just to get him out on the track, get his lap in, and then we're going to leave Gasly as late as possible. I have a sneaky feeling, guys, and now this could backfire spectacularly as well, but I have a sneaky feeling with Pierre we could be on for a shock result today. Don't want to get too excited, but I think we could be. So we're just letting the time tick away here. We'll just go ×2 for a sec. There we go. We got movement on the pit lane. So the question is now, can we get our car out? So we've Theo selected to go out, and there goes Theo. So now we're just going to hold tough, and I want to get Gasly ideally at the back of something quick. So we're just going to hit Sin there, and he's going to be on the back of Lance Stroll, who now drives for AlphaTauri, guys. So there's been a few changes, and we'll run through them as we're going, but actually we can probably do it here where we're running into it. The Red Bulls are unchanged, the Mercedes are unchanged, the Ferraris are unchanged, the Alpines are unchanged, the Alfa Romeo is changed. We now have Valtteri Bottas, teammate to Sebastian Vettel. So I really think Alfa Romeo could be in for a cracking season, guys. They have 2 top class drivers there, so that could be a good one. All change at AlphaTauri as well. We have Alex Albon running, and we also have Lance Stroll running. So all change there. At Haas, Magnussen retained his seat, and he's now partnered by Tsunoda. So another change there, jumped from AlphaTauri to Haas. McLaren remain unchanged with Norris and Ricciardo. And lastly, Aston Martin, all new lineup of Joe and Mick Schumacher. So I think Aston Martin could be one for a struggling season this year, but we'll have to see how they go. So we're going to ride on board quickly with Theo as he starts these flying lap, guys. And then we're going to change to Pierre, as I think Pierre is going to be the man for us. The cutoff time currently is 1.6 seconds slower than the time set by Max Verstappen of 1:30.4. So we're looking at a 1:32, just under a 1:32. Should see us sneak into Q2. Will we get 2 drivers in? I don't know. I'm unsure about Theo yet. Seems to have a bit of pace, but Pierre is the one I want to watch. I'm going to jump on board now with Pierre because this is the lap, guys. And wait and see now, he'll end up locking up, running off, making bits of the car. But I have high hopes this season with Pierre. I think his rating should gain us about maybe a 2 tenths a lap. And if we can develop a strong car in the opening section of the season, which I hope we can, we should be on to a winner. Now, going into next year, we probably will look at changing out a few staff members, look to improve things as we go. K-Mag is the first man across the line, P9, say he is safe. And Ocon moves up to P9 now. So you can see how tight it is there, guys, from 6th all the way down to, what's that, 14th? There's literally 2 tenths covering that gap, guys, so that is huge. Tio runs in with a lap, guys, 1 second off the pace. Oh my god. The pace, oh look how quick that deadline now, the cutoff time is now after moving right down to 1 second, 1.1 seconds now. Pierre is flying it down the line. He'll be second last man across the track. He's fast, well, he's bound to be fast in both sections. He didn't do a first run, but Tio is through, I think. Ooh, Tio's on the cusp, Tio's out. Gasly, guys, shoots it into P8. Look at that. Ooh, we could be on for a season and a half, guys. But unfortunately, guys, Tio just missed out. So that lack of quality in driver might cost us a little bit with the second car. But hopefully, as I say, because we're going to focus everything heavily on developing Tio, hopefully we can improve that situation pretty quickly, guys. But look how close it is. The Aston Martins are off the back of the field, and that could be a struggle for Aston Martin this year. Haas might struggle as well. K-Mag was solid last year. I think AlphaTauri could be a bit hit and miss. Lance Stroll isn't the best driver on the grid. Alex was solid, but again, not spectacular. The Alpines don't seem to have had particularly fantastic pace, and the Ferraris, guys, are slow. So this looks like it could be a Red Bull season. Interesting. But we won't delay any longer, guys. We'll be back here with our run in Q2, and I have my sneaky feeling Pierre could be on for a Q3 run for the first time ever for Williams. We'll find out shortly. So guys, we're back for our Q2 run, and we are going to get on this pretty quickly. We're just going to try and sneak Gasly out here somewhere. So his first run was only 5 tenths off a pace set by Perez, guys. So we are looking pretty solid this year. So we're just going to speed it up here, get around, get him through his lap. Now there is a couple of not slow cars here, but quick cars that, like the likes of Russell, Verstappen, should be a little bit quicker. So that's 2 more places. And look how tight it is again from Bottas all the way down there. It's only a couple of tenths covering us. So we need a solid lap, and we're tailing Russell around, so we might get a bit of a draft off him. We'll see. We're just going to jump on board, and we're going to bring up the timings. Now we did have 1 lap already done, so we should have a competitive delta. Now we did do it on a scrub set of tires as well, guys, and this time we are running on brand new softs. Can we sneak into Q3, guys? This could be a season to watch. So he's up on the first sector, guys. He's green first sector. And we're coming into sector 2 here shortly. It's around this corner, I'm sure. Top of the hill. Sector 2 is green. Oh my god. He is on for a faster lap, guys. So guys are crossing the line now. So let me just slow it down a little bit. Looks like we're through, guys. Looks like we're P6 at the moment. We'll ignore that. Coming across the line, guys, flat to the board. Gasly improves. So he stays P7, but we seem to be the head of... No, we're not. We're not. Oh, Max Verstappen with a lap and a half. Wow. I was just going to say we seem to be the head of that little train, but no, Max Verstappen with a lap and a half, guys. But for the first time ever in our career, we have a car into Q3 qualifying, guys. So this is new to us, so we'll cut it short and we'll just be straight back with Q3. So we're back, guys, for our final run here on Q3. We can see again we did another run on scrubbed softs. We were 9 tenths off the pace. But we seem to be the head of a little train there that starts with Mason. Oh, Carlos Sainz must have got blocked 5 seconds. So we seem to be a little bit off the pace of Valtteri Bottas. I'm amazed if Bottas has that pace, why Vettel isn't there. Might take a race through from the set lane. But yeah, Alfa Romeo could be a real challenge this year, and that might be our target this year, guys. We'll see. We seem to have the legs. Well, I won't say it too soon, but I'd say it could be a fight between us, Alfa Romeo, Alpine, looking like maybe McLaren as well. So it will be interesting to see how it all plays out, guys. But across the first sector, we are positive. We are 40. We are 27 flat, and if we go to the running 27 flat, we're only a tenth off max each time. So there's chance for us yet, guys. There is chance for us yet. But we will improve. I'd expect us to be around that 5/10 mark. But 5/10 off a Red Bull, guys, after one season. I'm impressed with that development. So we're green again, and Pierre could be the signing of the season as well. Could have been a masterstroke. I don't know, would it Alec? No, maybe he would have. He's not in Q3 here, so one can only hope that we might have got the beating of him, and that's an annoying little message that's going to keep popping up. Across the line, guys. Does he improve? He does, to 7/10 off the pace. Lando Norris doesn't seem to improve. Where is Alonso? Alonso hitting the last corner now, guys. And what will Fernando do? I am expecting Carlos Sainz to be right up there. Fernando goes across the line, stays 9/10. Carlos Sainz. Oh my God, guys, we beat a Ferrari. That is insane. So we seem to be right on the back of Valtteri Bottas with Gasly. So if we can keep this up, I think Gasly could have a cracking season for us. Looks like we could be on for our long-term target of scoring points in half the races. We might even smash that this year. I'm getting run away with myself here now. I understand there's a big development race to happen yet, and we are working hard on it. But so far, so good, guys. So we'll be back here in a bit with the start of the Bahrain Grand Prix.
The grid is packed and there's electricity in the air. But there's no surprises in that. It's race day.
Qualifying went well for Williams, as attested by their strong position on the grid. Now it's all about finding that edge for the race itself. Alpha Tauri's qualifying results were in line with the targets set out for the team. They certainly have the potential to achieve a good result here today. And the weather is sunny here today, apart from a few clouds. Let's hope they remain scattered on the horizon.
And there's going to be a lot for the teams to handle. So will the drivers and their cars be able to cope with the pressure? Let's find out right here at the Bahrain Grand Prix. The drivers are lined up tonight under mostly clear skies. There we have Pierre Gasly. A top 10 position today, but will they be able to capitalize on it? And looking at the second Williams car, they're in the back half of the pack, so they'll need to work hard if they want a podium finish. Everything's been building to this. And this is it, the Bahrain Grand Prix.
So here we go, guys. Bahrain Grand Prix coming up. We are 5 lights.
And it's lights out, and away we go.
And we are racing at the Bahrain Grand Prix, guys. So we're going to jump straight on board Pierre. Wrong button. So Pierre is...
Keep pushing.
Has he got him? Oh, there's a slow Mercedes on the outside. Pierre has got Valtteri. Fantastic work.
You're doing a good
We're
job.
just going to settle in there now. Where is Tio?
And
Tio
there's
is
an
stuck
overtake
behind
from
Ocon.
Williams.
But he did manage to get Ricardo, so that's pretty good. And we're just looking for Tio to make a move or two if we can. But the main thing with Pierre is that we keep an eye on him to make sure he doesn't drop too far behind the back of Hamilton. We need him in that DRS zone, because that will give him the best chance of getting there. And Go on, Tio up around the outside. He'll have the inside for the next corner. Should get the move done. Nicely done from Tio. He's up to P15.
And a new position, just gained by Williams.
So we're just going to deploy again out of here, just to get on the back of these Mercs, because they are quick. And we have a second out to Bottas, guys, so that is also fantastic for us. Tio is overtaking like a madman. He's up to P14 and right on the back of Alex. But I think that's where his charge might stop for now, guys, because we need to keep an eye on our ERS, that we don't burn through it. We're doing a good job here with Pierre. And we should all have DRS now on the next one, so we're just now going to deploy again, because we need to get out of Bottas's window of opportunity of striking. I don't know, have we done it? Possibly not. We can now flick back to neutral, because we should now... Oh, I think we might have, guys. We have a 1 second window here now to Bottas behind us. I think he might have just deployed there to get that DRS. And the Ferrari is struggling big time, guys. One is stuck behind an Alfa Romeo and one just got overtaken by the Mercs. It looks like it could be a Red Bull runaway season. Depends on how the development war goes, obviously, but so far it is looking pretty poor. And fastest laps are just getting changed left, right and centre, as everybody now forms a bit of a queue. Sainz manages to get Bottas, and we'll be under pressure here shortly from the second sister Ferrari. But guys, there's chances that we could strike podiums throughout the season if this is the pace that Pierre possesses. This is fantastic running. Tio is stuck a little bit at the back there, so we'll see what we can jump on board here with Tio and see what we can do. And you can just see how close it really is. There's a couple of trains out there, one with Alonso, which we're now in here with ourselves, and that stretches up to 9th. So again, Tio has the opportunity for points. And to be fair, actually, that train is the entire grid. That entire grid is stuck behind Fernando Alonso, guys. That is mighty stuff. So the field is pretty close, so it's going to be an interesting development war to see what happens. So we are 5 laps in, guys, and so far so good. We're hanging on to the back of Lewis pretty well. And Tio is doing a good job here hanging on to the back of K-Mag. But it just goes to show if we had a slightly higher rated driver in the second car, or the first car as it's called, we probably would be in with a good shout of scoring a good haul of points, guys. So that's maybe something to consider as the season unfolds. It's a shame. I like Tio, I'd like to develop him. But we'll give him the season, I think, but because I'm hoping Gasly should score us enough points to keep P7 in the Constructors. But if it looks like we're struggling, it may be an option to go into the driver market, see who's out there, and see can we pick something out. We're just going to try and build back up the ERS here for Tio, because he will need it. If he had it, we could probably attack a bit more. But what's encouraging is our car, guys, has the pace to run with the top 6. Well, top 8 realistically, that's what's gone away there. So it will come down to pit stops, tyre wear and all that good stuff. And somebody just lost out heavily there. I think it could have been Ocon. So we're just going to flick to neutral here now and see, can we maybe get an old cheeky move done.
Been a lock-up.
And I'd say Mick Schumacher's days in Formula 1 could be numbered, guys. He's falling way off the back there.
Was that a lock-up on the track?
And we have Vettel and Bottas running side by side. It'd be good to see Vettel back in the point scoring consistently. That will be good to see.
And there's an overtake from Williams.
Oh my god, guys.
Let's have a look.
We gotta have a look
Now
at that.
look at
Pierre
this.
makes
It's
the overtake.
Gasly.
Down the inside. Look how tight that is. And Pierre,
get
guys,
past,
is
which
doing
moves them up a bit.
a cracking job there for us, guys. Up to P5. Theo could be getting done here by the... Oh, he is getting done. So, all to play for. One driver's flying in 5th and the other driver's stuck in P15. So, hopefully the development race with Theo works, and I really do hope it does, because Pierre won't be picking up too many development points this year, considering he's doing all the media and stuff. He will get them, obviously, and these performances will be fantastic. And I just realised we gave him like a 600,000 bonus for every time he finished in the top 10. And Gasly's up to P3, guys.
And a new position just gained by
We'll have to
Williams.
watch this. I don't know
Let's
how we
see
got
what
Russell,
happened
but I think
there.
he
Now
got a
we
double
see
one
the
here.
Williams here.
But we get a great run on Leclerc, and oh, stuck the nose up the inside of George.
And there they go.
And that's how you do that. Pierre is making a statement here, guys. And I think he might have broken the DRS, so we're just going to deploy here. Nope, didn't work. I should have done it a little bit earlier. But Pierre, guys, is absolutely flying it. I'd imagine it will be a bit of a tussle here between a couple of cars, but we'll get DRS again.
It's a race position gained from Mercedes.
Side-by-side racing here with the Mercedes. This is fantastic stuff. It's okay, it's okay. We are having a storming race here, guys.
It's a race position
So
gained
DRS
from
again,
Mercedes.
and the Red Bulls aren't really getting away either, which is good to see.
Doing good.
Oh, Theo locked up and has dropped down to P19.
Sounds like someone's locked up.
I don't think Amy want to see that, guys. We're just going to stick here with Pierre, and yep, that's going to be a little bit upsetting. So we should expect one definitely to come by us. Will two come by us? It's a possibility that both Mercedes will come by. But this slipstreaming train that we got going on here is going to give us a
Mercedes
great
moved up
chance.
a place.
We're getting the gap down to the Red Bulls. It was down as low as 1.8, so all this slipstreaming and overtaking is kind of working to catch us onto the back of the Red Bulls. Oh, Pierre is so aggressive. Look at that. Just love to see how aggressive he is on the overtakes. He's sticking the nose of the car in there where he probably shouldn't, and it's great to see. And we don't actually quite get Lewis there, but Russell does, and we might get him here. Yellow flag in sector 1. Somebody's gone wide again. Don't be Theo,
I
for the
think
love
there's
of
been a
God.
lock-up.
Leclerc locks up, guys. So this is a fascinating opening bout of the race, guys. our tyres are in much better condition than the guys around us, which bodes well, I think, because we might be able to attack and stay out a little longer, attack
Seems to have been a lock-up.
later in the race. How things have turned here a little bit. So our race pace seems to be mighty at the moment.
And there's an overtake from Williams.
We could be on for our first ever podium, guys. Last year our best finish was a P4. Now I don't want to get ahead of myself too much, because once we stay out and do our thing, obviously we'll be running in dirtier air. But there we go, straight through. And the top cars really are burning through their tyres. The Ferraris are heavy on their tyres. The Mercs, yeah, they're heavy but not as bad as the Ferraris, and Red Bull seem to be in between that. So if we're the best on our tyres, that could bode well for us throughout the year, guys. We just have to see how it all plays out. But definitely the Red Bulls have an advantage. It's after stretching from 2 to 4 seconds now. So there's definitely an advantage there to be had. And I think with Theo now, I'm going to push him on to aggressive, just because he needs to start making back that time he lost. But with Pierre, we can just keep him going on the course he's doing. He's doing a good job. We're certainly not going to complain just yet, guys.
It's a race position gained for Mercedes.
We should get the run on Lewis. We're not going to take it though, which could give George a chance to dive us down the inside. He doesn't, thank God. I'm expecting a few cars into the pits in the next couple of laps because they are eating tyres. Whether at this pace I can leave Gasly out, leave him run away, because in theory he should be on the faster compound. Obviously it's a used compound, but yep, there he goes. Albon into the top 10 just there now, guys, overtaking Norris.
And a new position just gained by Williams.
So we'll see now, are people going to peel into the pits? I think one of the Red Bulls is in. It is Perez is into the pits. Russell is into the pits. Ooh, Sainz goes straight down the outside of us. So Theo is going to come out in front of a lot of that crowd. And Theo has another lap to run. But with Pierre, we're doing a great job, and he is stretching this, guys. So Hamilton is down to 32%. He'll be pitting. Sainz is on to 29%. So this is fair going, guys. This is fair going. It helps the fact that we can run our cars lighter as well in race stream. We don't have to carry as much fuel. This Ferrari power unit might be a blessing in disguise, guys. Hamilton has stayed out. That's a bold move.
Looks like there's been a lockup.
So I think now is the time for us to attack. Open pit options. I think we were planning on going to the hard pit this lap. Oh, this is upsetting. We're getting caught behind Lewis here. This is going to be bad, because these tires are gone. So we're just going to deploy here and see can we get him. He is defending hard, but we got him there, guys. So we're just going to leave the deploy on for a little bit.
And there's an overtake from Williams.
And we should disappear a little bit from Hamilton. Verstappen is in the pits. We're going to open pit options. We are going for our only set of medium tyres. Pit this lap.
Box.
Hamilton has stayed out, guys. This is a feat and a half. He's running on 27% tyres. I don't know how he's doing it, but he is. Just want to see, can I break the 1 second thing? I don't think I can. We're on max deploy. I think we might have just done it there. Tio's made his pit stop and returned to the race. Now we got to get Tio to slow down because he's got to be on ball. I'm just going to go to neutral here. So we managed to put a 2-second gap between us and Lewis. So this will be critical now. We're going to be in the pits here. Hamilton is also into the pits. I can't believe Hamilton stretched that far. That's impressive. Oh, that was fast. So we're out again, guys. And we're racing. Now we need to... come on. Drop back to standard. So we've managed to maintain P4, but we've lost to Carlos Sainz by 2 seconds, which is a little bit upsetting, but I think that was that time caught behind Hamilton. I did try my best to make it up, but alas wasn't to be. Now Bottas is doing quite well. And him and Russell are having a good old ding-dong there. So I think for a few laps we might just go with the push option here on the engine. Oh, will they get the DRS? I think they will. So Tio's doing okay. Again, I think we can push Tio a little bit during this section of the race as well. And Russell now is right on our gearbox, and that has also brought Bottas and Hamilton back into the equation. But we've lost Carlos Sainz. So that Ferrari in race trim is pretty quick. And he's actually slowly catching on to the back of the Red Bulls. So that's interesting. Everybody running the medium tyre. So once one of these guys comes past us, we will probably start looking to recharge our ERS again. Yeah, it's been one of these races, but we're on for a good finish, P4, even if that's what we finish, guys, for an opening race would match our best result of last year. And that came twice, I think, through strokes of weather and ideal strategy calls. So this is on pure pace and pure pace alone, so I'll take this. Now we're getting to the stage where we need to conserve fuel of both drivers again. And Carlos is slowly just getting away. So what are lap times like? Where do I see lap times? Lap times. So we are lapping in the 138.3s, and that is a little bit slower than everybody else. Myself and George are evenly matched. Valtteri's evenly matched. Charles is evenly matched. What's Tio running in the 139s? Tio's a second slower. I know he's on a different compound tyre, but still, second slower seems an awful lot. George has gone by. We need to be on this.
It's a race position gained for Mercedes.
So George has gone by us, so now it's time to conserve our ERS as best we can. Wow, there goes the bullet. Oh, wow. Pierre was taking no prisoners there, guys. Dove up the middle. And we're just going to sit here behind Hamilton for a few laps and just try and build our ERS back up. It's a great opportunity for us to do it. And we're going to have to go to neutral here now, because otherwise we lose time to Carlos.
And a new position, just gained by Williams.
There goes one, but again, I think I can harvest out of here. I should get the DRS.
Someone's run wide.
Oh, that's unlucky. Albon run wide. He's down now to P13, guys. But at least he's back in the Red Bull family. Happy with that. But Red Bull do look like they're making a statement here in the opening season's Grand Prix. They're basically chasing each other down, and it's just a 2-horse race between the two of them. Oh, I think I could probably let the... Yep, I can let the Mercedes just go up like that, because I can just keep conserving my DRS. Keep getting that wrong. And there we go, simple overtake.
And there's an overtake from Williams.
And we managed to hold on. Now we can actually go to neutral, because we nearly have it built fully back up. So that was good going. It's great to see Pierre showing that turn of pace. But it's a little bit upsetting just to see Theo that far down the grid. It's just, oh, especially when we've one car in P5 and he's locked up again. Oh, Theo. So every development point we get for Theo, we're just going to stick it into his consistency, I think is the term.
Sounds like someone's locked up.
So P4 would be fantastic. And I want to stick with Theo, I really do, because I know it's going to be a tough season for him, but if we can just sneak these points into his consistency, get rid of all these lockups, then his race results should improve as a result of that, as he's like lost possibly a good, again, 10-15 seconds from his mistakes. If you took that off his race time, he'd be right up there fighting for the points. So we just need to knock that out of him, and that will improve him. So that's our plan. Every development point we get now, we're going to put into his reactions, his smoothness, and I can't remember the other one. I think it's consistency or some accuracy, maybe something like that. So that's where we'll be sticking those points. What's worrying for Ferrari fans, guys, Leclerc is 8.5 seconds off the back of this train and not really catching it, is he? Even if he is, he's dragging Lando and Vettel with him. The Alpines seem to have slipped down the pecking order in this opening Grand Prix. So, interesting to see, guys. Leclerc is the defending Drivers' Champion as well, so not sure how he's gone off pace so much. There goes Lewis. So we're just going to quickly check again on our tyre life. How are we doing? This time we seem to be maintaining it with the boys. Russell's hard tyres are in a little bit worse condition, or mediums, which is interesting. But the Ferraris again seem quite heavy on their tyres, guys. So in this little slipstream battle might help us catch back up to Carlos.
And a new position.
Gap is 3 seconds. He's just going into the final corner there now as we come into it now. How is Theo going? Theo is not having much luck. So I think what we're going to do here, guys, is alter Theo's strategy. So we're just going to edit this. We're going to change him onto a set of mediums. We're going to bring him in much earlier than what we had originally planned. Something like that might do it. Yeah, something like that, I think. And yeah, we'll see what we do then on the back of this. So we're just going to change Theo's strategy up on the fly. We got to try and get him back in this race. He is going nowhere and going nowhere fast. So that might have made a little difference. He's slowly catching Joe now, is he? I think he is. So we just need to get him into this race and into this fight. need to show him a little bit of love, get him back into this if we can. There will be another pit stop coming up in this race, guys. But yeah, we'll just speed it up a little bit till we get closer to that window. It's not around till lap 40, I think, for both drivers.
Williams.
So Gasly and Hamilton are having a little ding dong. Bottas is catching, still in the tail.
Mercedes moved up a place.
And there we go, past them again. So guys, on pure race pace, we seem to be in that top group for the top 7. I think Bottas is probably realistically our target. I think Sainz might have just ran wide there, because we seem a lot closer all of a sudden. And he's after dropping right off the back of that group.
It's a race position gained from Mercedes.
Theo is not doing much, so we're going to get Theo to really increase his pace now. He needs to catch the back of that pack. He's falling off it all the time. And the car is definitely not that slow. So Hamilton now is nearly within DRS of Sainz. I think he'll have it. Indeed he does. So we need to quickly jump back on board here, because things are going to get hot and spicy here, guys. Bottas is now 1.5 off the back of us. We've managed to break away a little bit, it looks like. So there is potentially a podium on the offering here. Pierre is going to be his feisty self, but being at the back of this queue could be a little bit harmful to him. But we'll see. How's his tyre life looking? He seems to be doing okay on tyres. 2 seconds now back to Russell. And as we all get DRS and pull each other along, that should just help stretch this gap as well, guys. What are fellas' tyres life like? We are 58, matching Hamilton. Yeah, Russell is heavy on his hard tyres. So we just need to either use a bit of ERS to get into this fight with the Ferrari and the Mercedes, or hang back, leave it play out, see what way it goes for us. But if we can stretch this one, we can attack harder on the last stint on the softs, and that could be a crucial game plan for us. So we'll just have to see how it plays out. 3 seconds out to Bottas. Stretching all the time. Theo is slowly starting to work his way back to the group now in front. So we're just going to speed it up again for a little bit. Our trick is that we can't afford to fall off the back of that group. If we do, we're lost, and we will fall quickly back into the likes of Russell and Bottas, and we don't want that. And you can see that the pace at the front isn't that quick when Norris is setting the fastest lap of the race. So that's interesting as well. Theo is kind of after stagnating a bit. But we're just going to burn up his hard tyres. There was a mistake to put him on the hards, maybe. That was my bad. But it's just ebbing and flowing here between Hamilton and the Ferrari. And what we're kind of going to do is save ourselves till we get to our pit window. And then we're going to just all out attack for those 2 laps before it, maybe, just to see can we either pull a gap or consolidate our 5th place and hopefully come out with the boys here. Because I don't know that we quite have the pace to be beating these guys, but we can definitely stay with them in the DRS tow, and that's vitally important anyway.
It's a spin.
So are they burning their tyres any bit harder now? Hamilton is managing to save his tyres, that's impressive. So Hamilton is managing to extend his a little bit. Sainz is probably the guy we'll be pitting with. So we'll just have to keep an eye on that. We want to bring Theo in this lap for a set of mediums, and that will see Theo finish this race out on a set of mediums. I think, guys, we are catching the two Red Bulls again. They seem a lot closer than what they were earlier. I think all this DRS slipstream between the Mercedes and Ferrari is actually working because our cars are quicker on the corners, and we're just getting nicely pulled along. We've nearly 5 seconds now to Bottas and Russell fighting behind. Leclerc has dropped away to 13.5 seconds off the pace, so I think he's just having a bad day. Theo's into the pits now with a gaggle of cars in front of him, so it's important Theo comes out. And to be fair, I probably should put Theo on the soft. Don't know whether it would work that yet. I might have just messed Theo around this race actually big time without meaning it. But we'll see. I think everybody in front of him will probably be on the... Oh no, they're all in the mediums. So now we need to get Theo to back off. Probably go aggressive actually for the bit, and we'll get him to push on and burn up a bit of fuel. So it is time now to again push our man Pierre. We're getting close to pit window time, so he needs to start attacking now. So we're down to 17 laps, guys, in the race. And both of them are in, so we are now going to ignore this. Deploy.
Make sure you give some energy. Okay.
Maximum attack. We're coming in next lap for soft tires. So this is going to be a big lap for Pierre. He needs to be flat to the board attacking here now, guys. No mistakes, no nothing. He is catching Perez at an alarming rate. So there is pace in this car, guys. And we're going to duck into the pits here now ourselves. So this will be a monster time to see what we can do, guys. Into the pits, on with our set of softs, and out we go. So immediately we're ahead of Sainz, but that pesky Mercedes of Hamilton is still there as well, guys. K-Mag in the Haas is there on solid pace as well, which is interesting. Now Leclerc could hold us up, and that's not going to be good. I wonder if we'd extended one more lap, would we have jumped this? Two boys are in. So we are now racing again, guys, for P3, and we are all back together. Only 1 second from us and Perez. Verstappen has really stretched his legs on that one, guys. So that's impressive. We have the best soft tires out of everybody around us, so that's a good thing. So we might be able to attack a little bit later in the race. Or now, depending on what Pierre wants to do. Now I don't know, is it possible to catch this Red Bull, but
just gained by Williams.
He's there for the taking.
Fastest lap.
fastest lap for Pierre Gasly. That is mighty going, guys. Not expecting that to stay like that forever, but anyway, he's done it.
It's a race position gained for Mercedes.
Ooh, got blocked there a little bit, so we just need to stay within inside that DRS window. I think we've done it. So what we're going to do now, guys, is a little bit of strategic harvesting. I'm going to go neutral now again until we get overtaken.
And there's an overtake from
Theo
Williams.
is going to be... Ooh, Theo is tight on fuel. Theo overtakes Stroll though, so he's doing okay. That is the pesky Carlos Sainz who's now gone past
Ferrari
us.
advance the race position.
So guys, we're in for a solid haul of points once the car holds together and once we hold together. DRS again should help us, and we're just building that ERS all the time.
That's a position gained.
I think
for
we know what we're going to do. We've
AlphaTauri.
done it several times last year where the last few laps we just explode. Try and pull the gap. Could be very hard on this track, but we'll see. We will see how it goes. Somebody made a mistake there. I think that
Who's
could have
got
been
it wide
Russell.
there?
Low fuel, so be mindful of that.
Yep, copy. So I think Russell has put pay to himself there a little bit, guys. Sainz has the worst tyres. Well, Hamilton's tyres are pretty bad. Verstappen's are bad. Perez is good. We are a fantastic position. Alonso now sets the fastest lap of the race. So, And Pierre, I don't want to speak too soon,
AlphaTauri
touch
gained the
wood,
place.
but Pierre has been pretty bulletproof in this race, guys. He's been very aggressive, very little mistakes out of him. He hasn't yet to lock a tyre or anything. It's been a quite impressive display. Theo's fighting away there with Lance Stroll. Oh, two of them go by us. That makes it interesting. I'm just going to flick to neutral. Bottas is right on our stick, and we don't really want to be fighting with these, so we're just going to let it happen here on this straight. Down the home straight then. Great move. Got Carlos. That's very important for us. We needed to get that one done. And now if we can jump Hamilton here, and I think we're getting pretty close to attacking for a couple of laps. Just want to see, can we do anything about the pesky Red Bull that's sitting a few seconds up the road. Oh no. We got done. Okay, we just got to mind ourselves here, so guys, get a couple of laps in. How are Theo's tyres looking? Theo's tyres are probably not going to last the race. I think Theo has just been stuck now in a bit of a DRS train, so I don't know if there's much he can do, but we'll push him on towards the end again. I want to deploy out of the final corner. We want to get that. Oh, what a waste of a deploy. So there's a lot riding on this, guys. We're getting into the nitty gritty of it now. A P5 would be fantastic, but I can smell a podium. So that's what we're playing for now, guys. Whether we want it or not, we are playing for a podium. And our tyres are in extremely good condition, so We are looking solid here. If we can just keep this going, don't let Bottas past us. So we're taking the laps down, guys. 7 laps to go. What can we do? What can we do? We're not going to get the Mercedes anyway. He's going to tuck back in, block us off. And I think, unfortunately, Perez is just that bit too far up the road for me to do much about it. But, yeah, it's been a great race so far. It's been one of these. We haven't really even looked at Theo. He's just had one of these lonely races down here on his own. And we're probably going to have to get him to conserve fuel, because I think Theo could be getting to the stage where he might not finish the race. His tyres should see him to the end.
And there's an overtake
We're
from
going to go
Williams.
deploy once more here. Great move. I think we're up. Yep, we're up to P3, so we're going to go deploy. I want to go aggressive.
Williams there gaining several places in one go.
This is our chance just to stretch our legs here now to the boys behind. We're going to go a little bit earlier than what maybe I'd planned, but our tyres should hold out. Just going to flick to neutral now on the ERS. So we have a 2.4 second lead to the boys. 2.5 now, so we'll just see. And Perez is 2.6 seconds up the road. So we've done the variable bolting out of the box. Will our tyres last the race at this going? It is interesting. We are burning through the rubber now. Although saying that, Hamilton and them are going to be out of rubber, and Verstappen is going to be out of rubber. So I think we actually picked a good time to bolt. Podium is on. I can smell it. P2. Might be a bit optimistic as Perez's tyres are in pretty good nick.
And a new position just gained by Williams.
So we're just going to drop the standard here a second. Three laps to go. So we're just going to maybe let it go for another lap or two and then bolt again if we can. We don't really have the DRS to do, or the ERS to do much, but I'll try harvesting just out of this section.
That's a position
So
gained for
back to
AlphaTauri.
So guys, we are on for a cracking race here. Mick Schumacher's just been lapped now. So that shows you the pace of the field, that nobody's really getting lapped. Well, one Aston Martin got lapped.
Alpine just
So that
advanced.
is interesting. So I think the few cars behind us, their tyres are definitely gone now. So we are comfortably pulling away now. And again, we're just going to go into a little mini harvest. To be fair, Perez's tyres are pretty good. Verstappen's are gone, Sainz is gone, Hamilton is gone, Bottas is gone, Russell's good, Alonso's gone. Where is Tio? Tio is down here. Yeah, he's not going to do a whole pile. I think Stroll and Ocon are his fight. So we're going to flick back to neutral there. So we should have enough tires to see how to race ourselves, guys. Where is Tio's scenario? We're just going to put Tio on deploy. Yeah. No, we're going to wait. So we're on the last lap, guys.
Last lap, mate.
I can't believe this, but Pierre is on for a podium finish with the Williams car, guys, in his very first race of the 2023 season. This is fantastic. I was certainly not expecting this when I suggested we might sneak at Q3 performance out of qualifying. I was definitely not expecting us to hold this kind of race pace, but suitably impressed that yeah, we struck there when the iron was hot, and that was pretty good of us. We actually hold the fastest lap, interestingly enough. We need to deploy everything there, and we need to be aggressive, and we also need to push. So unbelievably, guys, Pierre does hold the fastest lap as he crosses the line for a P3 finish, guys. A P3 finish.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Okay, reduce lift and coast.
So I don't think Tio's going to do much here against Lance Stroll. Now bear in mind there is also an Alpine here, so take from that what you will, but we're just going to go overtake. Use everything. Oh, he gets pushed to the side. Ah, so unlucky, guys, so unlucky. But Tio's race was compromised by his own mistakes, so and his overall performance. We will improve that. We won't be too concerned about Tio at the start. If Gasly can be scoring podiums like that, that is going to be a colossal haul of points to what we had last year.
Well, this weekend,
and Tio will chip in the occasional points. We will keep an eye on that. But guys, we have our first ever podium in Formula 1 Manager, and I am over the moon with it. I can't believe it, guys. I was not expecting this.
Imagine how chuffed they must be.
This is setting me up for a little bit of a fairy tale season.
And it's been accomplished in style.
Oh, 2 Red Bulls and a Williams. And there's Pierre picking up his trophy now, guys. Just get in.
The Frenchman was in sublime form today, fully deserving of his podium finish here.
And it's only the start, Pierre. It's only the start.
But there we see the 3 drivers with the biggest haul of points. And of course, the silverware to boot. Williams have got to be happy with their results here. This was good work.
Yes, there's definitely cause for celebration here. This team can take anything that's thrown at them and come through even stronger.
At the end of the weekend, it's second place in the constructor standings for them.
The teams now look ahead to the next round, where they'll duel it out in the sand dunes of Saudi Arabia.
So guys, unbelievably, we are P2 in the constructors, if I heard that right. That's mightily impressive. So Pierre picks up 16 points. The Ferraris, oh, Charles Leclerc did not have a good race. Surely Mercedes would be P2. Oh, they're tied P2 with us on 16 points. I understand. I was thinking, I didn't understand how I was P2, but there we are, guys, off to a fantastic start with Pierre Gasly. And we are P2 in the constructors. Long may it last, guys. Long may it last. So guys, this has been an extremely long episode, being the first race of the new 2023 season. So if you've enjoyed it, again, by all means, please leave a like below and hit subscribe if you want to see more and follow the 2023 season here with Williams and myself. And guys, until next time, we'll see you all again. Take care.